March is Women's History Month. Every year we join together as a nation to honor the influential women of the past, celebrate the women in our lives today, and shine a light on the issues we still need to improve for women in the future.
For the first time in our state's history, a major political party has more women than men serving as state representatives and an equal number serving in the Senate. As women, we've fought hard for our voices to be heard and for fair representation in Lansing, and the Democratic voters agreed. While covert discrimination and blatant sexism are still present-day realities for women across the globe, we are making strides towards a more equitable world for all.
After years of trying to eliminate Michigan's tampon tax, we finally made it a reality. As of February 2022, those who menstruate do not have to pay taxes on necessary menstrual hygiene products. This legislation brings all of Michigan one step closer to eliminating and ending period poverty once and for all.
Last year, the CDC found that 26% of teenage girls had experienced intimate partner violence before the age of 18. Survivors can experience symptoms of anxiety and depression. They can have unhealthy and antisocial behaviors. And most importantly, and sadly, they can think about harming themselves or even taking their own lives. We are working hard to prevent sexual assault and dating violence. We're doing this by introducing legislation that requires health classes to cover the importance of consent and to provide young people with the tools that they need to prevent sexual violence in the context of dating.
We've introduced legislation that will protect survivors of domestic violence from eviction, from being disqualified from unemployment benefits, and will provide paid sick leave for people stemming from this type of abuse. Living in an abusive household leaves permanent invisible scars and creates an unstable environment filled with uncertainty for survivors. When survivors finally find the strength and opportunity to leave, losing their job and home should never be a remote possibility.
The dark reality is that Michigan has the fourth highest sexual assault rate in the country, and it overwhelmingly impacts women. We know that one of the biggest reasons survivors are too afraid to come forward with their story of abuse is fear of retaliation. This term, we've taken steps to empower survivors and protect their privacy as they bravely pursue charges against their assailants.
Women are leading the fight to protect reproductive freedom. For the first time since the landmark ruling of Roe v. Wade, opponents may have found the footing they need in the Supreme Court to strip away the right to an abortion for millions of people, despite the majority of Americans supporting a person's right to reproductive choice. If Roe is overturned, Michigan would revert back to the 1931 law that prohibits doctors from performing an abortion, even in the case of incest, rape, or threat to the pregnant person's health. We cannot let this happen.
Women's health care is woefully inadequate. Medical providers often dismiss women seeking treatment or care, resulting in devastating loss, misdiagnosis, and senseless suffering. Barriers to quality, affordable care, and underrepresentation in medical research and the healthcare profession must be addressed by passing policies that tackle these inequities.
The inequities that women continue to face today reach far beyond healthcare and into every aspect of their lives, including their pay. On average, women work full-time, earned 83 cents for each dollar that men earned, with the pay gap only increasing for women of color and disabled women. To achieve pay parity with their white male colleagues, white women work until March 15th. Asian American and Pacific Islander women work until May 3rd. Black women work until September 21st. Indigenous women work until November 20th. And Latina women work until December 8th, just to achieve pay parity with their white male counterparts. This is unacceptable.
Throughout history, women have paid more at the register through the tampon tax and the pink tax, while earning less than our equally qualified male peers. Women are often overlooked for career advancement, pressured out of jobs into caregiver roles for children and aging parents, and at times have contributions and accomplishments diminished or ignored simply because of our gender. And despite history attempting to erase the legacy of the strong women of our past, these stories and contributions are seen everywhere you look today.
Women are capable of anything we set our minds to. We are leaders, like Vice President Kamala Harris, scientists like Dr. Kizzmekia S. Corbett, civil rights activists like Rosa Parks, and Supreme Court justices like Sonia Sotomayor. We're also moms, daughters, sisters, partners, friends, and so much more.
Women are fighters. We fought for the right to vote. We fought for an end to racial discrimination. We fought for the LGBTQ community. And we'll continue these fights and any injustice yet to come.